I am going to use this grow bag. Let me tell you what I don't do. I don't throw anything away, right? So this grow bag has something else in it. And in order to make it so that I don't want any fungus or anything like that from any previous plants, I'll hit it with a little bit of fungicide, which is neem oil. So I'll spray it inside because I don't really wash these. I'm not gonna put them in my washer. So I sprayed it inside of that. And then, oh, that's a big old bag of dirt. Ugh, hold on. Let me grab a smaller bag of dirt. Because it would kill my ass if I was organized, right? Now remember what I told y'all about Miracle Grow. Miracle Grow, even though they don't come from me, Miracle Grow, but y'all be putting little gnats out and shit. So I don't bring nothing Miracle Grow inside the house. So this is perfect. I'm gonna grow sweet potato slips through my grow bag. Miracle Grow Corporation, whoever owns Miracle Grow, don't you damn sue me. Cause y'all know y'all be natty as fuck. I'm sorry. I went to the farm store today and they had Fox Farm, but I didn't feel like spending that $20 since I just ordered a pallet of fucking Miracle Grow that somebody said they delivered and I haven't gotten yet. So we'll see who is running around with my damn Miracle Grow because it sure the hell ain't me. So I got potting soil mix because this is a bag. So I always use, you do not use in-ground soil. So in-ground soil will be listed as topsoil, garden soil, and it'll say on the bag, in-ground use, okay? That means it needs to go outside like with your other dirt on the ground, okay? The reason why is because the consistency and makeup of the dirt is not the same, okay? You want potting soil mix. So what I'll do is I'll fill up half of this bag, of the grow bag, with my bag, okay? Like so. Okay, I could feel the little gnats just dancing around. Ugh. Okay, right? And then I got these now. They said plant these a particular way, right? So I had these sitting on my counter for a little bit. And I don't know if that's the start of it to come up or go down. So I'm just going to put them like I seen the guy in the other video do. He just kind of put them in there. And they big. So, you know, I got 3 of them. They huge. They'll do what they do eventually. Hopefully. I hope that ain't too low. I feel like that might be a little too low. So wait a minute. Let me put more dirt. I'm trying to be cheap because I ain't got my pallet of dirt. So I got to conserve my dirt. I only got this in that big old bag. I ain't feel like picking this bag up. So I'll just put a little more dirt in here. Oh, whoa. That's me, 100%. I either do a little bit and then I'm like, that's not enough. And then I do way too goddamn much. And I'll be like, oh, shoot. Okay, so ain't nothing like messing with, I feel like, man, there's little gnats are getting in my mouth or something. Oh, Miracle Grow. That's why you're so cheap. It's like I could feel the souls of the ancestors in this dirt, man. Okay, all right. So, boom, bop. Your big rusty ass in there too. Okay. And I can dig these up. So if they get like real super stupid ridiculous, I can dig these up and transplant them. But I only got this bag and one more big bag of dirt, and I got some other things I need to get started, like my tomatoes. Okay, so there we go. All right. So they probably gonna grow like real ugly and stupid, but that's okay. That's okay. And remember what I always told you. If you don't do nothing else, make sure you label what you put in your container. Because I got like 40s. I feel like, I just feel like it's just gonna go down with me and some gnats. Like, as soon as I start using that Miracle Grow, I get itchy. I'm gonna take a shower right after this. Okay. So throw the bag in there. Make sure you always label. So this was a good grow bag, right? But I got the old Temu specials too. So, you know what I'm saying? I ain't too proud to buy some Temu specials. So I have these. But as you see, it ain't say what size it was. And then I seen this and I was like, yeah, this would be great for my Tiny Tim tomatoes because it says 5 gallons. But I don't think this 5 gallons because that's a little, I don't know what the hand hoe. That's a little hoe. That's a little hoe. That's a thought. That hoe over there. And that's some gloves. And then that's that. I don't think that's going to be the same size of what I just planted. I don't know. We'll see when I open this up. Because, you know, Temu will send your ass off and be like, it's 5 gallons. And you open it up. And it's like a half a gallon. They'll send you the hell off. Probably because they translating a lot of the stuff from English, Chinese and other languages. Which is cool because that just means they're bilingual. You know, I ain't charge. I'm gonna charge it to their head, not their heart. But they'll send your ass off in the description. I seen a thing where this man ordered a drill, and they sent him a picture of the drill. He been fighting with them people. It was AliExpress though. So I didn't put you don't put your potatoes way down. Okay, you don't put them way down. You put them up at the top. But you give them room. They're tubers. Tubers always need room to go down and they'll pop up, okay? Tubers will pop up, but they always need room to go down. So keep that in mind when you're dealing with tubers. Tubers need to go down, and they'll always find a light. They're always gonna grow and find a light. So you start these bad boys, you can start them as early as 2 months out from your last frost date, which my last frost date hits in April for zone 6. So like mid-April, 15th is safe to transfer things, right? Now, I may never, ever get around to transferring these ever in life, okay? So don't get me the line, but I do need to start them. The thing about slips is you can start them, keep them alive, and if you don't plant them this season, you plant them next season. Slips are just the growths from the actual potatoes. And you can do slips with sweet potatoes, and you can plant the eyes of regular potatoes. So you can go to the grocery store and buy you 1 or 2 sweet potatoes, right? Tubers and tuber-like, they don't need to pollinate. So like if you get carrots, unfortunately, that's a tuber, but you're gonna have to go from seed to carrot because you're just gonna be putting a root in the ground. These guys, they grow out, you cut the slip off and you can create more sweet potatoes. With potatoes, you can cut the potato up near each eye and plant the eye and you'll get more of the potato. And it will be just like the parent potato. So it's not like apples, where apples will never be like the parent apple tree unless it's a graft, which is a cutoff from the tree. So we're still waiting for the mint to come up. He's a little dry, so I'm gonna give him some water as well. This is my revitalizing water that I'm using right now on these things. So this has extra nutrients. I have some fish fertilizer too that I'm gonna hit them guys with about 4 weeks prior to going outside. I'll fertilize them very heavily and get them as strong as I can. My next planting will be for my tomatoes. I will plant my tomatoes next and get those started. My Tiny Tims are gonna stay in the grow tent in the house. Because I just don't feel like Thumper eating my damn tomatoes at this point in time. And then I will take my other bigger tomatoes. They'll go outside in cages because they're just going to be too big for my grow tents. Okay, so that was the lesson for today. That's as simple as that. We'll check back in on those tubers. I'll set a reminder on my phone to check back in on those sweet potatoes in a few weeks and show y'all the growths. And then when I get a good amount of growths, I'll show you how you take the stalk or the slip off and replant. And you keep doing that like every year. You never have to go back and continually buy sweet potatoes. You can do it that one time, keep them alive, and then boom. Now, another thing that you could do if you chose to do this, you don't have to. But I have a huge flock of chickens. So I get a ton of eggs they're not usable, okay? So the worm form gets some of the eggs without the shells. And then I have buckets and buckets and buckets of eggs that's not good for human consumption that I grind up into my garden, shells and all. So I just walk around, drop eggs incrementally, and then we pass through with the tractor or the hand or the push tiller, and we till it up and grind it up into the soil. And I do that every year, as well as spread our chicken manure into the garden. The chicken manure seems to make the garden very nitrogen rich, and it also causes the garden to dry out really fast. So I've been going every other year with the chicken manure. But these guys, I have probably about 5,000 eggs that I need to get out into the garden once everything thaw out. These guys are rich in nutrients. So what I normally do, and I didn't do it this time in front of y'all, but I'll take a few cracked eggs, and I will add them, like this one's cracked. I will add them into my vegetables. So I'm just gonna stick this down in the middle. I'm gonna break it, stick it down in the middle. Do not do this if your vegetables are outside and you're not gonna grind it up. Reason why I say that is because some wayward little animal will come and have its way. They'll come and have their way with your vegetables. They'll dig all your stuff up. They'll dig everything up. A fox, a raccoon, they can smell that egg, and they'll dig it up, and then you'll be like, oh my goodness, my whole garden dug up, and that's why, because he smelled that egg. So if you're gonna do that outside, after I apply the egg, after I apply all of my things that I need to put, fertilizer, egg, chicken manure, whatever I'm putting down on the ground, and I mix it up, I go back over that same area with a big old bucket of red pepper, and I mix red pepper into my soil. And then I go back over that again with red pepper, cayenne pepper or red pepper flakes. I buy it in bulk, and I go back over my garden again. Guess what? With that. Because what that does is they come over to your garden to eat, whether it be a rabbit, a raccoon, it doesn't matter. They come over there to eat. Guess what? They're not going to want to stay in your garden. And as soon as they smell that red pepper, they are out of there. I do that every year, and it washes away by the end of the season. But I do that every year, and I never have to worry about deer. I don't got to worry about all that anyway. But the raccoons are persistent. Possums are persistent. Woodchucks are persistent. Even if the dogs are over there barking and cutting up, they somehow know that the dogs can't get to them unless we release them. So what I do is I put red pepper down all around the perimeter, all throughout the garden. So even if they try to burrow into the garden and come up in the middle and eat at their leisure, they little fucking fat asses can't eat out of my garden. So they go to everybody else's garden and eat. And I've been doing that for years, and it keeps their asses away from my damn garden, because it's a lot of work that we have to do, and I'm not feeding you for free. Now, if I fatten you up, then you're going to go in the pot. So since I haven't fattened you up for my pot, you're not going to eat for damn free. Anyway, so try that. If you're having a rodent problem, if you're having somebody scavenging out your garden, it don't ward off humans. Humans seem to know that that's red pepper, and they mitigate the biological warfare you waging on them. But so I can't guarantee that old Joe Blow ain't going to come and pluck your collard greens. But what I will tell you is the deer, the raccoons, possums, and anything that dwell on the ground, snakes, all of that, they stay away from that red pepper. It burns their asses up. So I have rosemary. I got some cucumbers I'm going to try this year. Didn't want to do it, but I'm going to try these eggplants and see. And then last time I grew lettuce, it was a disaster because I didn't grow it right. And so therefore it was bitter. I'll tell y'all about the lettuce another time, but this is all I want to show y'all real quick to conclude this video pertaining to growing these slips. We'll check back in on the slips if the gnats don't come and carry my ass off from the Miracle Grow that I'm using. Y'all have a good night and hopefully a good week.